Welcome back to Sonny Talk Spurs, and today I'm going to be answering and talking about the biggest problem at Tottenham Hotspur. But before we get into this one, if you are new to the channel, why don't you leave a like on the video, subscribe to Sonny Talk Spurs and hit that notification bell because it will let you know when I've gone live. And also, you can now become a member of Sonny Talk Spurs and help support the channel and get an exclusive podcast weekly called Nice One Sonny. You can become a member today, link in the description down below, for 99p a month. Just 99p a month. An absolute bargain if you ask me. But now, let's get into the video. So following that quite annoying display at Goodison Park, some key facts and key findings came out of that result from this Tottenham Hotspur team. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to be going on a massive rant about negatives of this team. The main issue that I'm exploring is to do with a part of Tottenham's, how this certain style of play can backfire in certain circumstances. But all in all, if you've been on the channel for a while, you know I'm happy with Ange Postecoglou. I think we're going in the right direction. We obviously know there's a few things that we have to iron out. And we're not getting too far ahead of ourselves, hopefully, as Tottenham fans. We know where we currently stand, but we know where we can end up. And this video in general was inspired by an article in The Athletic by the amazing Tottenham writer Charlie Eccleshare. So go and check out the article if you haven't already. But the title of this article reads, "Tottenham always give up late chances. They can't ride their luck forever." So, you can sort of see where we are coming from in this article. And to put it into perspective, I sort of gave these points in my post-match video. If you haven't seen the post-match video, go and check it out. A lot of topics discussed in that about Vicario and, the fouling and how I questioned all that sort of thing. But it says, in 3 of their last 4 wins, Ange Postecoglou's sides have come very close to doing the same thing. Starting with the reverse fixture at home to Everton on December 23rd, when former Spurs loanee Arnaut Danjuma was literally millimetres from making it 2-2 in the 96th minute and earning the visitors a deserved point. A game when the question was asked, are Spurs becoming too reliant on the excellence of their goalkeeper, Vicario? And then against Burnley in the FA Cup a month ago, Zeki Amdouni put a volley just wide in the 98th minute with the score at 1-0. On Tuesday night, Vicario made an excellent save to tip Shandon Baptiste's 93rd minute volley over the bar and prevent Brentford making it 3-3. But Spurs' luck ran out at Goodison Park yesterday when Jarrad Branthwaite headed it in from close range. Also, it goes on to say that in the FA Cup, similar sort of thing happened, that Tottenham are sort of, still in these games, letting chances come. Because, it's the Ange Postecoglou style to keep going, to, grind out, not necessarily grind out results, really, but to keep going to batter teams. But we are not putting the chances away. The last couple of games, 3-2 was 2-1, went to 2-2 in the end. The key stat to take for this game is Everton's equaliser means that they have now conceded 8 goals in the 90th minute or later this season. They're most in a single Premier League campaign, even allowing for longer stoppage times this season. We're only just into February, so that's pretty striking. And the most of any side in the division this term. So, and it also goes on to say a little bit more. It's worth pointing out that Tottenham have also scored late goals this season, grabbing 4 in the 90th minute and beyond, which have been worth 6 points to them. A higher tally, actually, than what the 8th, 90th minute and after goals have cost them wise, 5. So there is, there's certain parts that, apart from the Everton result, Wolves has been the only game where we've, really thrown away, something from a losing position, a winning position to a losing position. But the key thing is, and this is what the piece highlights as well, points dropped from winning positions. Tottenham are 3rd on the list. 18 points have been dropped from winning positions. We obviously remember that barren run we went on when we would go 1-0 up in the early 20th minutes and we threw them away against the likes of Chelsea, as I say, Wolves. So this is the problem that we've come to see, that Tottenham, under Ange Postecoglou, are playing amazing football. We can't underestimate that. We are going in the right direction under Ange Postecoglou. There's still some final pieces of the jigsaw puzzle that need to sort of be ironed and thrashed out. And this is one of them. It's about putting away chances earlier in games. You know, Maddison against Everton had a shot. Richarlison could have had a hat-trick. It's about making this clinical edge come back to Spurs in certain moments. I looked at the XG. Our XG was 0.83, I believe, or something along those lines. I'll put it on screen just in case. But and that was because, you know, both goals from Richarlison were quite, spectacular. But we need to be more clear-cut in our, opportunities and kill off games earlier. We might have to outscore opponents in the way that we play, but we're letting teams come back in it. We're making a fair few mistakes in midfield. Obviously, our starting midfield hasn't been present as of lately, but then also, letting in set pieces late on, giving away silly fouls on the edge of the area has been really key to certain points being dropped, fouls being given away, all that sort of stuff. So, it also says other key things in this article. This has been a season after when Tottenham became the first Premier League team ever to lead in 5 straight games and not win any of them. You can talk about Tottenham's injury and, crisis and, key players going off to AFCON and the Asian Cup in Son, Basuma, Sarr. But yeah, it's a thing where you look at the next couple of fixtures that we have ahead of us. Teams, the thing is, teams will sometimes work out how to play Tottenham. Everton and Brentford did it well. Time wasting, set pieces, counter-attack. We need to try and disperse this. It's all well and good trying to play against a team who want to play similar as well, like a Burnley or a Fulham or whoever. But teams who are going to give us a bit of grit and determination, we need to sort of crush this problem, you could say, before it becomes too risky. But I'm hoping with first teamers coming back, the back four being normal as well, we can do that. It's just about, I talk about a lot with Ange Postecoglou, risk and reward football. But sometimes the risks are too much. Like the passes we're giving away in the middle of the park are just not good enough at this stage. We need to really iron that out. Get back on the training pitch and really work it out. Players like Bentancur have fallen off a little bit in recent weeks. That has got to be questioned. They've really got to turn up a bit more in some of these key games. But yeah, some interesting topic points here that the article, raises. With Richarlison, certain, good run of form, it has helped. But there's certain, Dejan Kulusevski, maybe some more goal contributions from him, Brennan Johnson, Timo Werner. We've really got to put away some of our chances because, again, like that barren run of fixtures in 5 when we led, we just didn't put it away. Against Everton, there was a chance where we let them back into it and then we score again against the run of play. And you think, if we make it 3-1, 4-1, you think we could see that game out. But no, if we are going to play this style of football where we are going to, towards the end, keep going for it, we do need to put more of our chances away. But, people will say if you don't create chances, you can't score. But sometimes there has to be a clinical edge. Richarlison has found a bit of a clinical edge, but some of the other players have to find it as well. But let me know in the comments down below, do you think this is Tottenham's biggest problem and how can they resolve it? I'd like to know all your thoughts, as I say, in the comments down below. But as I said at the top of the video, if you are new to the channel, why don't you leave a like on the video, subscribe to Sonny Talks Spurs and hit that notification bell because it'll let you know when I've gone live. And also, exclusive, I've lowered the prices on the membership. You can now become a Sonny Talks Spurs member for 99p a month and get access to the podcast, Nice One Sonny. Get your questions down below for that podcast as well. I'm looking to do an interesting topic this week. But yeah, hopefully you have a good start to the week and Tottenham can get a win next weekend. And I'll be, releasing more videos throughout the week in the lead up to that one. But yeah, that's been Sonny Talks Spurs, and I'll see you again pretty soon, and a ciao.